Hey everybody, it is Desiree and I am back here on YouTube. I know, surprise, surprise. So this video is going to be a little different. It's going to be kind of catching up why I've been absent, where I've been, what I've been doing. So let's go ahead and get started because I don't want to bore you too much just looking at the same layout. So the last time, if you have subscribed to me, the last time you guys saw me was, or saw at least my hands, was when I was working on this layout. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I only have a little bit of family here where I live, and just my grandma, grandpa, my aunt. And so my grandpa has been really ill, and I was helping my aunt take care of him because she does fly out, and so she's not here a lot. So I was helping her with her every possible way I can, you know, doctor's appointments and just always tending to him. And anyways, after I made this layout, I got the news that my grandpa passed, and it hit me really hard. So I knew I had commitments to the Crafty Maven design team, and I got a hold of Hannah, and she said, please take all the time you need, and that's kind of what I did. So that's where I've been for about, what, 7 weeks, guys? And during that time, afterwards, I kind of wrapped up my children getting out of school, and then I work for a different school district, and then I had to finish up with my actual job. So taking that break, I am the type of person where if I even just take a week, it is very hard for me to start scrapbooking again. I feel like I'm back to square one. So I want to definitely deliver Hannah my best, and in doing that, I needed to practice. So this past week, I actually took some time and got some pictures developed. They, you know, because I'm trying to work on my kids' younger albums, and getting my toes, like dipping my toes, you know, into scrapbooking and trying to get my groove back. So here is what I have done. So this is, I did a real basic design that we've all seen tons of times, and I just kept it very simple. I didn't want to frustrate myself, which would then tend to push me away from scrapbooking. So I picked a design that I liked. I used some Scraptastic kit that is, oh my gosh, it's pretty old because they don't offer scrapbooking kits anymore, and it was their Purple Rain. I just used my Martha Stewart border punch, some doilies. This was also in the kit. And then because I'm really wanting to go through what I have, I really want to start using everything up to where I just have a minimal in my scrapbooking room. If I didn't have thickers that fit the color, then I was just using cardstock that they had and using my quick cuts. And oh my gosh, I'm finding a new love for my quick cuts again. It's kind of like if you have a Cricut or a Silhouette machine. Instead, this is just a manual die, and I just run it through my Sizzix, and I am loving it. This was the Marissa font, for those of you that are familiar with quick cuts. But this is it. So this is my girlfriend I've known for 17 years. I actually met her right after I met my husband because her husband and my husband worked together. So we went on our double date, and instantly, you know, those type of people you meet, they become like a sister. And so I am making her a scrapbook album because she loves my scrapbooks. We always do a lot of family adventures together. But her forte is like interior design, so I'm always going to her for when I need some help in that area. And I swear she can go to TJ Maxx and make my house look like it came from Pottery Barn. She is just amazing. Anyway, so this is the first layout that's going to be in her album. And then the next one, sorry for the glare with the lights, this is just a pocket page. And again, I wanted to kind of dip my toes into pocket pages just to start finding my groove. I like how it turned out. I used some really old stickers that have been in my stash for 17 years. They're so old. Even on this, I put stickers that just says "Friends Lend a Hand," and found some 3x4 cards. And this is gonna bug me if it's not the same. Ooh, I gotta cut that down because that's gonna drive me crazy. So you can see the card behind, and I didn't notice that till right now. Anyways, and then I just kept it very simple again to not frustrate me on trying to overload it with product, which I love layering. And then I just kind of used a tab. I used some stamps onto the photo, and then I'm going to leave, get a blank journaling card for her to journal in her own words, and then this one as well. I may even switch this one out for another picture where she only has one. because this was taken quite some time ago, and we might not remember all the details. And so yeah, this is it for that one. Then here is another layout that is going to go in her album. Now this is paper that is 17 years old. I'm one of those type of people where pattern paper really just doesn't go out of style. It might change the coloring a little bit, but it really doesn't. So I love the design because we did go to the zoo that day, and I wanted to keep it simple because the background was so busy. Again, I used my Quick Cuts, I can't remember what this one's called. I don't remember. Anyways, it was just a very basic font, but I really liked how this turns out, and then she can add her own little journaling detailed right here. And as you can see, is a date a long time ago. Now this is where I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get into my groove. My style is kind of across the board. So for me, this is kind of very, oh, what do they call it? Linear? Oh my gosh, guys, help me out. I'm a loss for words right now. I hate that when I'm recording. But just very straight lines, very, I don't know, linear, I guess. That's what I want to say right now. And I just took a paper, I had 2 of these, and I have yet to even cut into this, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to use the one for a solid background. I did not gut it. I was thinking about it, but then I thought, why even bother? Backed it up on plain cardstock, and then just kind of created, this was the Carta Bella Rough and Tumble collection, and I just cut a strip of these boats since we were at an aquarium, and then the beach is right there. There's no boats in the photo, however, you do see them quite often way far out there. I guess they're fishing. So then I cut the 2 strips of there and had one on top and bottom. Now I don't think Rough and Tumble by Carta Bella actually came out with an ephemera pack. So what I did was, and you've seen me do this before, I stretch it by using stickers. I add foam adhesive to kind of create a dimension. Add a couple of Doodlebug enamel dots in Ladybug collection in the swimming pool. I took a 3x4 card and I cut it up, which I do all the time to, again, create some ephemera if I don't have ephemera pack with that collection. So that kind of tells you if you're kind of stretching the budget and you can't get everything in a collection, that is one way to do it. Is I always get a sheet of paper that only costs $1 and we'll cut it up, and so that way I create quite a bit of ephemera. And then I added some ink splatters, and this is just October Afternoons Boarding Pass collection, and then Studio Calico Navy, and that pretty much is it. But this is where I'm like, okay, I'm starting to find my groove. I'm going to reach out to Hannah here pretty soon. I just want to do a few more layouts so that way I can give her the best that I can for her. And that's it. So I just want to thank you so much, guys, for subscribing and sticking with me and being understanding for my absence. And I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Bye!